Big time bantamweight action, co-main event this Saturday, and the return of Aspen Ladd at UFC Fight Night. Aspen, I know we've been waiting for this return, but after a year plus out with a very serious injury, how are you feeling to just get back on the grind against Macy Chiasson this Saturday?
It feels surreal almost. Like, I'm so happy to be back. It's unbelievable. Like, I can't even describe feelings.
Given that you came up the reins in UFC, climbing the ladder with a lot of fanfare that you could be, and still have the chance to be a next big thing in this division and the sport as a whole. When you get that sort of taken away from you, where it's not a loss in a fight, it's holy crap. I know what I'm going to be doing for the next 17 months. And it's not what I want to do. What's that mental fallout like of that?
So it goes beyond the fight. So fighting is life for me. That's my job. It's what I do. It's what I love. But when you're taken out to that level, like you can't walk. You got to relearn how to walk. And everything else I enjoy doing outside of fighting, it's all very active. So it takes it to the next level where it's beyond, okay, this is my job. Now it's my life. I need to be mobile for my life. I need to be mobile for my job. And you can't do either one.
Yeah, I could imagine that. When you started to get back in there, and what you have, a tear in what, ACL, MCL, a lot of CLs got torn in that. How did that happen? Break that down for us, if you don't mind.
It was my last hard training session, last sparring session, 2 weeks before the Sarah McMahon fight. Last minute, last round, I was up against the cage, stopping a takedown, and my foot got caught, like pinned, but my body twisted down. So my whole leg just.
Yeesh. Wow. All right. So when you get back to rebuilding it and you go through therapy and you're like, okay, now I'm supposed to like spar and train and be a fighter again. Did you find I think of like that movie Rookie of the Year where the kid had an arm surgery and suddenly he's throwing 120 miles an hour from it. I know that's a fictitious way to look at it, but did you feel like you're stronger than ever coming back? Or is it still like, I don't want to step the wrong way and aggravate this thing?
Oh, heck no. Like anything. And like, if you're a fighter, particularly if you have an injury, that's a target. I would not be back if I wasn't 110%. And this leg is it's stronger than my previously good one. Like, it's great.
All right. When you see how the Conor McGregor fallout happened with the injury, I feel like he's like a piñata now. All the fighters and trainers and doctors are taking shots at him. Do you feel like he's handling this incorrectly?
I think the only thing that I saw that he handled incorrectly was his post-fight interview, but the dude was in pain. Like, everybody's basically crapping all over him, but he just broke in his leg. He just lost a fight. Like, he is not in a good mental place. So, and anybody hating on him really shouldn't be. He's done so much for the sport. It's kind of like I got that same question as far as like, not the same, but like Ronda Rousey, what's your take on her? It's like, everybody should be grateful. Like, sure, you might want to fight that. You might want to do that, but like, these people have elevated the sport. I see nothing but like great. You did a great job. You helped all of us.
Very fair way to look at that. I like that. I like when fighters protect fighters there. Like, all right, let's do this thing. As we talk about you coming back here, and you had, in your win against Yana Kunitskaya, you had like the light switch flipped, you're challenged in the corner and you came out and just put on an incredible finish. And it was like, oh, she can do that too. On top of being a well-rounded, good fighter, like that extra level spark was just there. What have you been doing in the time off, mentally, internally, to feel like, is that who you are moving forward? Did that fight feel like a turning point of some kind?
Not necessarily. That was just when I finally listened to my coach, which I should have been doing the entire time. So that was more, I'm just very blessed in my team and I need to focus a little bit better. But coming back, there's so much build up and so many things I couldn't do. So everything has had to be precise to a certain point. Training is precise. What I can do on a certain month is precise. Like, I don't know, it's just rebuilding everything from the ground up, basically.
Okay. Do you envision what this fight's going to look like Saturday? Is it let's wait and see what she brings in? Where are you at as we get in just a couple days out?
It's definitely a let's wait and see kind of thing. From what I've seen in her previous fights, she's willing to engage everywhere. So this could be a little bit of a brawl. It could be a little bit of an everywhere fight, ground, clench, standing. She doesn't seem to just want to stay in one thing. And that's my favorite kind of fight. It's awesome.
All right. Bring it. Do you feel like you've been challenged yet in the cage where you had to like empty out everything that's in there? And if not, are you waiting for that? Or do you yearn for that? Or is it like, well, if I don't have to get in a war, I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Or do you want that challenge?
when they give me two opponents and I know how each of them fight, I will choose the one that wants to get out there and brawl. It's better for both of us.
All right. All right. You mean better in terms of bringing out the best of you to potentially get a finish, or is it just you like the entertainment factor, everything?
All of it, the entertainment factor. People are not here to see a boring decision win. They're not here to see like, I kind of sort of want to like spar this girl. They want to see blood. They want to see people fight. They want to see a brawl. And when you can pull out that kind of fight, besides the fact that sometimes you bonus off of it, it's like, it's better for everybody. Like if you want to engage and you want to go to war, that is what people want to see.
Hey, you're saying the right things. All right. I'm on point with this. Keep that same spirit, please. In terms of what's at stake here, you know, it's weird. Like 6 months ago, I would have been like, man, this division has a dominant champion, and like, you know, some people she's already beaten. And obviously, you know, you were out during this time, but now with Miesha Tate's comeback, Holly, GDR still very much at the top below Amanda, I feel like there's business now. Aldana just had a big win. You're on the comeback trail. What do you get with this win outside of just putting the injury behind you and getting back on track? What's at stake in the title picture, you think, in this fight?
Everybody asks that, but as I see, every time I have a fight, that is end of the road. There's nothing beyond it. So nothing exists after Saturday night.
All right, that's a fair way to look at it. Have we adopted a nickname yet? I don't feel like I can imagine one in my head. I'm like, what do they call you? They just call you Aspen Ladd. Are you okay with that? What is this?
I've always, from like my amateur days, like my name's weird enough. I don't need a nickname. I'm all good.
Okay. Have you, do you ever sit there at night and just go, you know, what about the Mauler? What about the, I mean, it is pretty lame, right? Nicknames in general, unless they're like, like if you're like touchy feely, I mean, you won the game, you beat the game. Okay. It's the best nickname ever. Andre Feely. It's the best nickname ever. But I mean, is it better to just, you know, you're kind of like John Cena right now. You know, you don't need no nickname. You don't need a gimmick.
Like everybody's an individual. Some people love it and other people don't. I'm just like, I'm good.
Okay. You mentioned you like to be moving, outdoor person. If people only follow our social media, right? Sometimes it could be a look into our life, but not accurate. If I didn't know anything about you and only looked at your Instagram account, I'd imagine you're hiking like, you know, 15 miles a day and living off the land here. When you got a chance to get back on the grind, I know you like to take the dogs out and explore nature. Like, was it the same? What did you feel like there was an absence not having that in your life during the injury as well?
Woo. Like legit, like for about 6 weeks, I couldn't do much of anything. I relearned how to walk. It was just physical therapy every day. My first mile back was like, it took me 50 minutes because I had a big old brace on. You had to walk properly. It was horrible. So yes, having both the hiking and the fighting removes, like this just sucks. Everything about it sucks.
Have you then, like, was there a big hiking party? Did you be like, okay, now that I'm back, I gotta go for it. I'm doing like, I don't know where, I mean, you're in California. I mean, is there like a peak? You're like, I got to hit that one.
I'm actually doing that now. So there's like 63 Tahoe Ogle peaks and I'm climbing all of them. We're starting dogs and I, but obviously that's delayed this week, but next week we'll get home and we'll start doing it. But yeah, definitely as I was physically able, I was off probably before I should have been. I was still all braced up just to be safe, but yeah, I'm never taking anything for granted again.
Are you a big camper on top? Like, do you do the thing where you hike all day, have a base camp set up, and then continue hiking all day the next day? Do you go extreme like that?
I love backpacking. Absolutely love it. It's just, I could not, when you're in a fight camp, you can't. You got to have certain foods. You got to be training. So this summer after, yeah, definitely.
Okay. So you don't have that one, like I always ask a fighter, like, who's that one dream opponent you have? You don't have that dream mountaintop that you're trying to get to? I mean, what are we looking at here? Mount Denali, Everest? What's the end game on the hiking love here?
Well, for everybody in the 35 or the 45 division, it's like Mount Lioness. That is the end goal. But right now, I'm anybody and everybody. I'm just happy. Like, dude, I'm so happy to be back.
That is fantastic. We cannot wait to see this Saturday. And you know, if Macy brings it as you expect that she will, it should be exciting. No need to go 3 rounds, right? We'll just finish it right here. Right?
It's always my goal to finish the fight as soon as I can. That's from the second the bell goes. Like, I'm trying to get the other person out of there. So we'll see. Okay.
You're a one fight at a time person, which seems smart. But do you imagine? Do you look around the house and be like, this shelf? That's where the belt's going. I mean, do you envision that sharply?
No, I'm not that kind of person, man.
Okay. I like to get inside people's heads what their motivation is. You know, sometimes people are like, it's money, dude. It's money. All right. I want to be driving this car. That's it. Other people are like, I want to be remembered, you know, as the champion. You're like, I just want to hike, dude. Can you leave me alone already? I just want to hike. You know?
Yeah, no, straight up freedom. Like, this job is freedom. I'm not attached to a 9 to 5. I have my own everything. Like, I'm free. I love it.
There it is. Aspen Ladd, it's been a pleasure to chat with you. Best of luck, health, happiness, and a good fight Saturday night against Macy. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.